Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The seventh part of speech is conjunction. It's again a very mm, different kind of word which actually creates a connection between two sentences. See, if we are having two sentences, we want to create a connection between them. The one is the cause and the other is consequence, and we want to put both sentences into a single sentence. So it's very important to put a conjunction, a word which is actually joining both of the sentence with the specific word that may tell you the kind of relationship both the sentence have. I ran fast but missed the train. It means I tried to run fast, but in spite of this fact, I missed the train. But is the word that is actually creating the connection between the first and the second sentence. I ran fast is the action performed in order to achieve anything, and what was actually the goal, to catch the train. But what happened, it got missed. So in spite of doing an action, the consequence is not achieved. So but is the word that is actually conveying the same sense. If I will put I ran fast, uh, therefore I missed the train, so it will be something very odd, because when we run faster, actually we may catch the train. So but is the proper word to really convey that idea, that is actually the relationship between both sentences. So conjunction is the word that is joining word for the sentences. So there is a difference between conjunction and preposition. The preposition is actually used within a sentence, a single sentence, whereas conjunction is the joining word between two sentences. And single sentences meet up with the help of conjunction. Again, it's a pleasant kind of word that may join two sentences into one unity loving. Interjection, these are the words that express human feelings, human emotions. That is very important for a human being to be expressive about the feelings. So these are very, you may say, these are words that usually we speak out emotionally with feelings, and so many times unconsciously these are uttered. Hurrah, we won the game. So when we will become excited after winning the game, we will be very happy, and out of happiness, hurrah, that would be a word that is expressing our feelings. It's not having any other meaning that can be explained than to say that it is the expression of happiness. So interjection is a word which expresses our feelings. Hurrah! Alas, that is actually the word that expresses our sorrow. Gosh, it's the word that expresses our amazement. So interjections are the interesting words that speak and that help the human beings to speak out their feelings, their emotion of happiness, their emotion of sorrowfulness. And the ninth part of speech is article. I had already told you that it may come under the heading of adjective, and we may deal it separately as ninth part of speech. So article is actually an adjective, and like adjectives, it actually tells us something about noun, and it is used before the noun. Its place is the same as that of adjective because it's the type of adjective. We have two articles. One is the and other is a. A may be used in modified form as an. The words which start with vowel sound, just like honest, O is the vowel, and because it starts with vowel sound, we may say an honest boy. So uh, one article is used to one article, that is the is used to refer to any noun which is particular, and we only want to point out that we are talking about the particular noun that we have just talked about before. And a or an is used for any non-specific or non-particular noun. So the is called definite article, and a or an is called indefinite article. In order to differentiate between the and an or a, we may take a single example, and I hope it will be enough to make you understand what's the difference between both. After the long day, the cup of tea tasted particularly good. So here we have used the long day and the cup of tea. So by using word the, we're actually trying to tell that the listener is already having the knowledge that about which day I'm talking about and about which cup of tea I'm talking about. Alright, okay, so here the is actually telling that we are talking about some particular day that we have spent, and about the specific cup of tea that we may have already taken with any of our listener. So the is telling that it is the statement about some particular day. And the same example, if we exchange the word the with a, after a long day, a cup of tea tastes particularly good. Here, a long day, when we spend a long day after that, our cup of tea tastes particularly good. It's a general statement. It may be any long day and it may be any cup of tea. It's a general statement that whenever we spend a long day, at the day, if we will have a cup of tea, it will definitely taste particularly good. So it's a general statement. It's not about anything that we have already spent. It's not about the day that we have already enjoyed. It's a general statement that any day which is longer than others, after that we love to have a cup of tea. So your is actually making the statement general, and in the first example the is about some specific day. Alright, thank you. Here we end up our lecture, and I hope you would have got the idea that I wanted to convey to you. And if you will be having any questions, you may put after listening to it. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair. Wassalam.